G-Eazy and Crescendo TV. Action.
What do you think brings the fans back every year to Warped Tour?
I mean, I just think it's a great tradition, you know, to celebrate live music in this kind of way. And it's just such a strong brand. You know, I think kids come every day and it's integral to the culture. You know, it's kind of just one of those things that's a staple that, you know, if you like to go to Warped Tour, you like to go to Warped Tour.
Whether it's people that come here just to watch reggae bands or rock bands or hip hop or pop bands, it's just awesome to just be a part of such a huge and diverse festival, and all these new fans will get to watch you, especially for us. We try to have a crazy live show, so if there's a girl that's going to go see a pop band, she gets stuck in our circle pit, and she has to listen to our whole set, so then that's a fan that we stole. So it's just awesome to steal all these awesome new kids that's never heard of us, and then that's what Warped Tour's all about.
You know, and these kids are like kids that are excited to go hear music all day and to hear new bands, you know what I mean? They don't only go just to see who, you know, they're familiar with or whatever. I mean, these kids are excited about live music, and they're excited about finding out about new great live music, so it's like, it's a dope experience.
Warped Tour's been around for a long time. It's had a lot of legendary bands. It's had a lot of bands that started off on the Warped Tour and ended up being superstars and ended up being massive, massive bands.
I think it's amazing that Kevin Lyman has really given, I mean, like No Doubt and New Found Glory, like really having their starts on Warped Tour. Katy Perry did the same thing, I think. She was, you know, just another good-looking brunette singing some pop songs. She did Warped Tour, and it really set her off. Same with, you know, Kid Rock and Eminem. I think that to me is one of the greatest things about Warped Tour.
It's a great story. You think about somebody as massive as Eminem now, it's hard to ever think about, you know, there was a time when he was looking for that big break, and, you know, like you said, like Warped Tour was a really big step for his career at that point in time. You know, and it's just, I don't know, man, it's fun to be a part of that tradition, to kind of put your name on that short list of other artists that are kind of close to you within terms of, like, you know, genre and culture, to say that, you know, there's not many rappers or hip-hop friendly acts that have done Warped Tour throughout the years. Here's this short list of them, and here's a list of them that have kind of broken off of Warped Tour. So it's, you know, it's exciting to be kind of attached to that in a certain kind of way.
Did you attend Warped Tour as a kid?
I went to Warped Tour one year. It was, I think it was in, I have no idea. All American Rejects, My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, all those guys were there. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And it was crazy. I went to see him at Riverbend, and last night we closed Riverbend. We were the last band on main stage in this huge amphitheater, and it was just crazy for that whole mind reversal, because I wasn't even in a band. I just went to go watch bands, and then 5 years later, I was headlining Warped Tour, so it was just nuts.
I grew up in Spokane, Washington, and the closest Warped was at the Gorge, and the Gorge is, it's in George, Washington, is actually what the city's called, and it's a few hours from where I lived. So for my mom to like bring me there and drop me off, to drive back, and then come back out to pick me up and go back was just like never possible.
There was definitely years where I wish I would have went. So my actual like first experience with Warped Tour was like performing as an artist, which was interesting.
Kevin seems to know what's going to be the next big thing, and it's crazy. I don't know how he does it. He should play the lottery because he always knows. He always knows the future. Like, there's a band last year who'd be like, "You guys are going to be main stage, or you guys are going to do this," and that band's always like, "No, there's no way." And then over the course of 12 months throughout the year, all this crazy stuff happens to the bands, and everything usually happens. So when the year comes around, I feel like it's always the best of the best of the bands, like in the United States, and it's just really, actually all over the world. It's just really awesome because I don't know how Kevin does it, but every Warped Tour is always the best band. There's not a band that's left out. There's not a band that's not touring on Warped Tour. It's whoever's killing it's always on Warped Tour.
You know, so many of our friends' bands play on Warped, and so, you know, just getting to hang out with all of them, it's like, it's so different from any other tour because you get to really spend a lot of time with a lot of your buds that you don't get to see during the year. They do like a giant barbecue every night, so everyone goes and hangs out after the show, and the fellowship is just amazing.
I feel like, you know, there's something bigger happening, and there's something bigger. It's a platform for musicians, whether it be the bands that play in the parking lot to the bands that play on main stage. It's a platform for anybody that wants to work as hard as they possibly can.
It's kind of like a, you know, it's also like a benchmark in terms of your career as an artist. It's like, oh, you've survived the Warped Tour, you know? They always say, like, if you can make it through Warped Tour, you can make it through any tour, and if you survive Warped Tour in good spirits, then you know you're in this for the long haul. So.